Hello everyone, I'm Charlotte Felix and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a fabulous day today. And if you are viewing, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also share. Today I will be showing you how I cook my vegan gumbo. First, I'm going to show you how to make a gumbo roux. In this roux, I use a half a cup of flour and a half of cup of oil. Okay, I use vegetable oil. Now I make sure I heat my oil first, and then I pour my flour into my pan. Okay, and now we're going to stir, and you would have to stir this roux until it gets that golden brown. Okay, so you would have to stir about 15 minutes. Now I have this iron pot and my pot gets real hot, so it will not take that long to make this roux. Now you see the change in color. Okay, it's changing to that dark brown. Okay, make sure you keep stirring, so you do not want it to stick to the pot. Okay, there's another color. Okay, so just keep on stirring and make sure you have your heat on medium heat, because you do not want it to burn, because if it burns, you would have to start all over again. Okay guys, I think my roux has transitioned to the right color, and now we're going to set this aside. Here are some of the ingredients that I will be using in this vegan recipe. I will be using shiitake, mushrooms, and that would take place of my shrimp. I also will be using in this recipe Beyond sausages, so that's a plant-based meat. Okay, now we are going to season our mushrooms with Old Bay seasoning. Now we're going to make sure every mushroom is coated with that Old Bay seasoning. Okay guys, make sure you coat it real well. Now there are other substitutes you can use as vegan shrimp. There are companies that sell plant-based seafood. One of the brands that I usually use is called Konjac. Okay, so look it up. Now most people use the oyster mushrooms, but this is what I had, so shiitake I will use. I also will be using in this recipe red and green bell peppers. I will be using green onions, also fresh organic garlic. Don't forget your garlic, and make sure all your ingredients are organic. Now with my vegan Beyond sausages, I am going to take them and I am going to put some heat on them. I'm going to cook them a little while. I'm going to spray them with a little olive oil. And I am going to cook on both sides and make sure they are almost done before I add it to my recipe. Okay, also I'm going to have some jasmine rice. Now make sure you soak your rice a little so you can remove some of the starch. I also going to add some sweet onions. Now let's get ready to add all our ingredients into our roux. As you see, I'm adding my fresh cut up onions. Okay, I'm also adding my green onions. Now I make sure I use organic products. Okay, I purchase organic products all the time because they are much healthier for your body. Okay, now we are going to give this a stir. Okay, we are going to coat our onions, in the roux. Okay, real good. And now we are going to add our seasoning. Okay, garlic powder, onion powder. Okay, use as much as you want. And we are going to stir and make sure all the seasoning is coated in the roux on the vegetables. Okay, so now make sure you keep stirring because you don't want anything to stick to the pot. Okay, now I'm going to add my fresh organic celery. Okay, I'm going to add my red and green bell peppers. All this are adding into the roux. while you're adding all your delicious seasoning, vegetables, make sure you keep stirring because you don't want anything to stick to the pot. And make sure all your vegetables are coated with your roux. Okay? Now I add a little heat, so I'm going to put a little cayenne pepper in this. And now I'm going to add those seasoned mushrooms that I seasoned earlier. So all my ingredients is going to be in my skillet. And I'm going to make sure everything is coated with all the seasonings and the roux. Now make sure your heat is turned on medium or just a little lower because we don't want anything to burn. Now I'm going to add my fresh cut up garlic. And now I'm going to add the water. Now you can add as much water as you like. Some people like their gumbo thick and some like it a little more liquidish. Okay, now I'm going to add my fresh okra. And now we're going to give this a stir. So we are doing a lot of stirring. So this is what it takes to make that vegan gumbo. Now I will let this simmer or let it cook until my okra is tender. I also add a little more seasoning, just a little more garlic powder, a little more onion powder. Okay, now we're going to let this cook. Don't forget your bay leaves because bay leaves give gumbo a delicious flavor, a delicious taste. Now guys, one of the main ingredients is your gumbo filet. Now make sure you add your gumbo filet. It's according to your taste. You put how much gumbo filet that you like. I usually add my gumbo filet about 7 minutes before everything is complete. I don't want it to have that strong gumbo filet taste because we know gumbo filet has a strong taste. And you don't want it to have such little taste because you do want that gumbo flavor. Now after adding my gumbo filet, I am going to let this cook for about 7 more minutes. Now you're going to taste and make sure you have added all your flavors to your gumbo so your gumbo will taste like gumbo. And it would have the right seasoning and the right taste that you will enjoy your vegan gumbo. Okay guys, this looks so delicious, so flavorful with that bold taste because I did add a little cayenne pepper and I love my okra in my vegan gumbo. Let me know if you like this recipe and let me know if you will try this recipe because sometimes we don't have to have all the real seafood. We might just want that gumbo flavor because I know some people are allergic to seafood. So this recipe is very good for you. Okay guys, let me enjoy what I have cooked. Oh yes, okay guys, I did add that fresh cornbread because I love cornbread with my gumbo. Okay guys, here is the finished dish. I hope you enjoyed this video, so please like, subscribe, and comment, and make sure you share this video.